Rise up, Falcons. What's going on? Hope everybody is doing well. I'm your host, Yossarian, and my co-host Daryl. Mathis might stop in or he may not. So we'll see what happens. But we are the 404 Blitz Package, and we're here tonight to run the all-out blitz on one of my old videos. One of my first videos making on this channel. And so we're gonna do a reaction show on that. It was titled The Top 10 Most Beloved Falcons of All Times. Now, we'll talk about my criteria and how I came up with that list. So I asked you not to laugh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't laugh at me. You know, I was brand new at it, and when I look at it, I laugh. So yeah, try not to laugh. How about that? Before we get started, hey, press that like when you get a chance. Hey, and if you're new to our channel and you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. Make sure y'all comment and share it with your friends and family. All right. Uh, don't see anybody in the comments right now. We'll check back on the chat shortly. Let's get Daryl, go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm sorry, brother.
Nah,
What's going on?
nah, no worries, man. What's happening, everybody? It's Daryl, aka Black Jedi. That's BLAKK Jedi. You can follow me on Twix and Instagram at that handle. And I was sitting in traffic. You know how it is in Atlanta, right? Everything in Atlanta, at least an hour away from Atlanta. Sitting in traffic trying to get home, and I was thinking about it, and I started wondering how many of the major four sports that we have: men's, basketball, football, baseball, and hockey. How many teams share the same name? I'll give you an example. The San Francisco Giants and the New York Giants, right? You know, baseball and football. Had to look it up. It's only six.
Mhm.
See if y'all can name them. See if y'all can figure it out. I had to look it up, but it's only six. And it's got to match perfectly. So you can't say the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Hawks. It's got to match perfectly.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about like St. Louis Cardinals and Arizona Cardinals.
There you go. That's one. That's
Mhm.
one. And only in male
Mhm.
pro sports. Only six of
Male pro sports, Giants and Giants, like you said.
them.
Okay. Okay.
One of them snuck under the radar on me. It snuck under the radar.
Hmm. Hmm. That's a good one. We'll figure
Yeah,
that
we can
out.
toss it around the entire time. I don't even know
Yeah.
if anybody
Are
on
all
yet.
those? Hold on. Are all of those franchises still going? Are they
Active
not just
right now.
right
Active
now?
today. Not
Okay.
don't can't take nobody that ain't around no more. None of that. Just active today.
Active
So
today.
we got the Giants and the Cardinals.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. We'll work on that
It's
one.
just the goings on as I'm sitting in traffic. Like, God, dog, man, I don't feel like going down here. So yeah.
That's all good. Hey, so look, it's going to be all about the Falcons, most beloved, top 10 most beloved. Now, I'll give you the criteria because we want to make sure we compare. You know, don't just take my word for it because I know everybody has their own thoughts of their most beloved players. I will tell you, I came up with this list right after there was some talk. I guess somebody published the top 10 loved athletes or loved Falcons. And of course, I was thinking best overall Falcons, looking at stats and all that, but they were really just talking about how the fans feel about their players. So I looked at it as a whole. I looked at all the Atlanta Falcons fans, not just me. I looked at all of the generations, like my dad and my uncles, and the guys that they always talked about and stuff like that. So I took all of that into consideration. But hey, there's the criteria for us. Make sure it's totally subjective. Whatever, however you feel, let that be your list. We're going to talk about it. We're going to, discuss and, might fuss a little bit about it, but uh, it's all good. Much love. Hey, there's no wrong rankings. There are no wrong rankings. So whatever you say, that's what that's what we're going to go with. Um, and then it's all about you. So your list is your list. My list is my list. So and we'll see how we compare. So there's nobody in the chat. I'm wondering if I'm having some technical difficulties, but
I'm looking at that right now because I see that the chat is available. Up there it is. All right, Clay came in.
what's up, Clay? We thought we was,
Yeah, make
having
thought
technical
I was wrong.
difficulties. I guess it was just everybody looking at something else, but it's all good. What up, Clay? There they go. See, hey, you know what? We were getting stuck somewhere. We were stuck somewhere. StreamYard was streaming, huh? Hey, what's going on, wide body? Hey,
Wide
appreciate you
body.
jumping in. Hey, let me know your top 10. Shoot them out there. Let me know, man. We're gonna have some fun tonight. And like I said, we're gonna be looking back at one of my old videos. So, get your chuckle on. Just know I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I am trying. We got you. We got you, Clay. We got you. We appreciate you though. Appreciate you. Here we go. Hey, don't worry about it. Matt is running late too. So, all right, here we go. Here's the video. I'm a start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. So we're gonna do the best we can with this. Georgia, Texas boy, what's going on? LFG, baby, LFG.
All
Appreciate you
day.
joining. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, let's have some fun. Here we go. Don't laugh too loud. Here we go. Rise up, Falcons. Since 1966, Atlanta has made remarkable progress, evolving from a pivotal location in the
That's my
civil
daddy
rights
in the yellow.
movement to a vibrant city rich in culture, tourism, business prospects. Right quick. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but
2 teams, 1 city. I remember
hmm?
that. 1 city, 2 teams. I remember that.
Right.
We're just gonna
Location.
ignore Georgia Tech.
Hey,
Just gonna ignore Georgia Tech.
hey, man, it was two teams, man. Hey, that's all I was started with, man. I didn't know we could talk about everything. Hey, that's my dad right there in the middle, man. Uh,
Oh man.
hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Y'all got
sir.
the same beard. Y'all got the exact same beard.
Yeah, man.
You dying it. Don't
He
dye it. Just
right. I
embrace it.
died
Embrace
mine. He let it
it.
ride. He let it ride.
Yeah.
In the civil rights movement to a vibrant city rich in culture, tourism, business prospects, exquisite dining, and of course, sports. In 1966, Mr. Rankin Smith brought the Falcons to the NFL and to Atlanta, capturing the city's affection from the start. Despite ups and downs, the fans' devotion remained unwavering. While the team's history may not be universally acclaimed, certain players hold a special place in the hearts of fans. This video will unveil my top 10 most beloved Falcons of all time. Number 10, Tommy Nobis. The Falcons' initial draft pick, chosen at number 5 in the first round of the 1966 NFL Draft, Tommy Nobis dedicated 11 years to the team. He was recognized as the NFL Rookie of the Year in 1966, achieved first-team All-Pro status in 1967, participated in the Pro Bowl 5 times, and was a member of the NFL 1960s All-Decade Team. With 1,688 tackles and 12 interceptions, he is prominently featured in the Falcons Ring of Honor. Additionally, he co-established the Tommy Nobis Center, which provides job training, employment opportunity, and vocational support to individuals with disabilities. Furthermore, he received the NFL Man of the Year award. All right, Tommy Nobis. You heard what I said. I think he might be still be the leader in tackles. I know he's real close to Jesse Tuggle.
Mhm.
First ever draft pick. I had to put him in there because my daddy, my uncle, they talked about Nobis. I had to put him in there. Daryl. He don't
I would
even he
tell
don't
you,
even sniff it, huh?
he ain't make my list only because it's most beloved Falcons, right? Not, like the best. It's the ones
Right.
that I like the most. And I don't ever remember seeing Tommy. I don't ever remember seeing him play.
Right.
I
Right. Right.
heard, and they give him his flowers every year. Every year at the stadium, they'll do something. They talk about the Tommy Noble sitting all the time, so I get it. But I ain't never see the dude play, so I couldn't put him on the list. But not taking nothing away from him, one of the all-time great Atlanta Falcons.
Appreciate it. What y'all think? Well, chat. What y'all think? Tommy Novus, gotta put him in there. He was number one, right? First,
The first Falcons drafted
first
in
Falcon ever.
'66.
Here we go. I know this guy had. Hey, listen, if this guy don't make your list,
Number
something
9,
wrong with you.
Steve Bartkowski. Chosen as the number 1 pick of the 1975 NFL Draft, Steve Bartkowski spent 11 years with the Falcons, made the 1975 All-Rookie team, was a 2-time Pro Bowler, led the NFL in touchdowns in 1980, and notably guided the team to its first playoff victory in franchise history with a 14-13 win against the Philadelphia Eagles in 1978. He is one of the 10 quarterbacks in the NFL history to have accomplished 30 passing touchdowns in consecutive seasons. Honored in the Ring of Honor, he presently holds the second spot on the career passing list, only behind Matt Ryan. Number 8, William Andrews. Chosen as the
All right, I'm sorry. Just got my
Words.
order some food. Hey, Steve Bartkowski, man, what you got, Darren?
Very first quarterback I remember seeing in an Atlanta Falcons uniform. Made my honorable mention. Made number 11 for me. But yes, very first quarterback and a great quarterback again in the Ring of Honor. Not in the Hall of Fame, but in the Ring of Honor. So again, real solid pick. We gonna argue when we start getting close to the top, though. we gonna
That's
argue.
fine. That's fine. Hey, yeah, because you got William yeah. And in my heart, so I understand your list. When we show your list, I totally understand it. But I had to think about everybody, the Falcons fans, all the fans,
Mhm.
and I put something together. Here we go. Number 8.
79th overall selection in the 1979 NFL Draft, William Andrews dedicated 6 years to the Falcons. During his career, he amassed 5,986 rushing yards and scored 30 touchdowns on the ground. Additionally, he recorded 277 receptions for 2,647 yards and 11 receiving touchdowns. Andrews impressively exceeded 2,000 yards from scrimmage twice, earned 2-time second-team All-Pro honors, and made 4 Pro Bowl appearances. Known for his robust running style, he possessed a perfect combination of power, speed, and exceptional pass-catching abilities. One of the most unforgettable moments was during the game against the Denver Broncos in 1982, when he caught a swing pass, plowed through Steve Wilson, and sprinted 86 yards for a touchdown. Andrews was widely recognized as the premier fullback in the league, and many believe that he could have been a Hall of Famer if not for a knee injury. He has been inducted into the Falcons Ring of Honor. Number 7.
All right. What you got about William Andrews, man? I
That's
know
my
what you got, but go ahead.
that's my number 3, baby. That's my number 3.
Hey,
Look, number 1, a fullback. Number 2, what did you say? Robust running style. That's a real nice way of saying he was trucking fools. He
killing,
used to
killing.
he used to
Honk,
truck you.
honk.
He could truck you, then run away from you. If you've never, because I know we old, so we remember seeing that in the early '80s. Just go back and watch. He had 6 years with us. 4 of those years, he ran for over 1,000 yards in a
Mhm.
16-game season. 4 years he did it. Dude was
Fullback.
as a fullback.
Hmm.
Dude was a beast of a running back, and would have, if he had continued on that trajectory and didn't fall to that knee injury, would have been in the Hall of Fame. And I imagine probably would have stayed with Atlanta the whole time because I can't see them letting them go. So that's my number 3 on my list.
Absolutely. Hey, William Andrews was it in Atlanta. Number 31, everybody wanted that jersey if they didn't have 34 from Georgia, of course. But William Andrews was that one, man. Huge, but was fast. As a fullback, had hands so soft. He caught the ball a ton. And when he caught it, boy, people didn't want to tackle him, man. Like you said, he was devastating people, man, making people make decisions back there. So,
just go, just go back and watch. Just watch
man,
some footage and watch his highlight reel.
if
It's yeah.
y'all seen Mike Allstott, if y'all can remember Mike Allstott, William Andrews was the dark skinned version and a little bit faster. I'm telling you, listen, man, he was the one. So he was one of our heroes in Atlanta in the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, William Andrews. All right, here we go.
Warrick Dunn. Selected as the 12th pick in the first round by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1997. He later played for the Falcons for 6 years. A 3-time Pro Bowler and the NFL Rookie of the Year. Dunn made a mark with the Falcons by rushing for 5,981 yards and scoring 30 touchdowns. Additionally, he caught 204 passes for 1,625 yards and 6 touchdowns. Dunn was part of the DVD trio alongside TJ Duckett during the Michael Vick era. His impact extends beyond the field through his philanthropic efforts, such as establishing the Home for the Holidays program in 1997 and the Warrick Dunn Charities in 2002. Collaborating with Habitat for Humanity, he has helped numerous single parents become homeowners. Dunn's contribution earned him the Walter Payton Man of the Year award and a place in the Falcons Ring of Honor.
What do you got to say about Warrick Dunn?
Now I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to say this. Warrick Dunn did not even make my list. That's my fault. That's my fault, right? Again, like you pointed out, his charity efforts, his philanthropic efforts, off the charts. In the Falcons Ring of Honor, he just didn't make my list, but nothing against him. Great dude, like off the field. Nobody has. You never heard anybody say anything bad about him. Great dude off the field. Terrific running back on the field.
Gotcha. And I agree. Like I said, I had to think about all of the people that were impacted by Warrick Dunn. And when you talk about his efforts off the field, Habitat for Humanity, Home for the Holidays, then you hear his story about how his mother was killed in the line of duty and all of this and that. Walter Payton Man of the Year, great player, very exciting on the field. Hey man, I had to put him in there. I just felt a lot more people, really thought he was beloved, even more than I can imagine. I got a feeling a lot of people just really love Warrick Dunn. And like I said, he showed out on the field too. So don't get twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Number 6, Claude Humphrey.
See, y'all hating on Claude though.
Chosen as the 3rd pick in the 1968 NFL Draft, Claude dedicated 11 years to the Falcons. Recognized as the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, he earned first-team All-Pro honors 5 times and second-team accolades 3 times. 6 Pro Bowl selections. He also holds the record for most sacks in Falcons history at 94.5. Humphrey led the renowned 1977 Blitz defense, still regarded as the greatest defense in NFL history. He is a member of the Falcons Ring of Honor, and he was also enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2014.
Hey, where is Claude Humphreys on your list? Clay, where is Claude Humphrey on your? Let me see. We're gonna talk about your list, Clay. Where is he at? Come on now.
Okay.
I know you
Again,
didn't
I
see
was
him play.
I was slipping. I was slipping. I was slipping. Your pastor, I said, hey, Dad, when we go to the games, I want to get you your own jersey. What jersey you want me to get? Who you want me to get? First name out of his mouth is Claude Humphrey. And I was like, what? Who? What? I had to go and look. And sure enough, uh, not woo. Yeah. He was a beast. I'm like, man, I wish we had Claude Humphrey in 2025.
Mhm.
Like we need that. But again, he'd probably get called for all kinds of penalties and everything. Did not make my list, but again, that's not no slight on him. By all means, a great Falcon. Great Falcon.
Yeah, yeah. 95 sacks in that red and black, man. Can you
Mhm.
what? In 11 years. 11 years. 95 sacks.
What was the stat on the Grits Blitz of 77? How many points they give up a game?
Oh man, nothing like
It was like
11 or
12
yeah,
points,
yeah, 11
12
or
points a
12 points
game.
a game.
Something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know they only won 7 games that year because the offense was disgusting. Ah, man, they would barely give up a touchdown. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, hey, Claude Humphrey, man. And he's truly the first Atlanta Falcon Hall of Famer.
Mm.
100%. You know, Dion went in, he claimed that the Falcons, but we know he didn't spend as much time. Claude Humphrey is Atlanta's first Hall of Famer.
He is a member of the Falcons
I'm
Ring
sorry,
of
sorry, I went a little
Honor,
bit too far.
and he was chosen as the 27th overall
Roddy
pick
White,
in the
number
2005
5.
NFL Draft. White had a remarkable 11-year career with the Falcons, establishing himself as one of the most decorated receivers
I see
in
you
the
close.
team's history. Throughout his time, White formed one of the most formidable wide receiver duos in NFL history with Julio Jones. He holds the record for most receiving touchdowns with 63. He ranks second in receptions with 808. He's second in receiving yards with 10,863. In 2010, he was named first team All Pro, earned Pro Bowl selections 4 times, led the NFL in receptions in 2010, and was honored in the Falcons Ring of Honor.
And got mistreated. Come on now.
Oh,
You know who?
who? Who
Who
mistreated?
mistreated Roddy White?
Talk to Roddy White.
Right. Hmm. Got mistreated by the Falcons. Y'all already know he should have been in that Super Bowl game. He should have been in that. He should have played that year. What?
Hmm.
Anyway, what do you feel
Yeah.
about Roddy White?
Number two.
Number
Number
2 on
two
your
all
list.
time. Number two on my list all time. Um, Consummate professional came in and when I say did his job well, every you would struggle to find uh any type of tape where you say Roddy White took that play off. Roddy White always was there to play. Always. So yeah, my number two most beloved Falcon. And that's just because when I really, really started getting heavy into the Falcons, because I had been gone for a while, so I'm following them from afar. And we come back to Atlanta. Now I can follow him up close. Roddy White was that dude.
That's right. Came out of UAB, man. I remember when we drafted him. I was like, who? But then they started talking about how he's a wrestling champion. I was like, receiver, wrestling champion. Oh, he's gonna be a dog, and he turned out to be just that for the Falcons. 11 seasons with the Falcons, hands down one of the best receivers. Has the most touchdowns, and he played a lot with. He played with a lot with lesser talented quarterbacks than Matt Ryan.
Mm.
And he made what's the guy that came from Oregon? Right after Michael Vick left, and he played
Um,
golly,
Joey Harrington. Joey Harrington.
Harrington. He made him look good.
Yeah. Right,
Made him
Roddy
look
White,
good.
and without Roddy White, there is no Julio Jones in the way that we saw Julio Jones.
Hmm.
He guided Julio to be who he was in this game. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good dude.
Yeah, I saw Roddy White a few years ago. I did officiated a game up there in what's that? Up there in Alpharetta, can't remember the name of the school, but I think his son plays up there, as a matter of fact. So, Ridge, Peachtree Ridge. Yeah. I saw him up there.
I like that list, Clay. You got a couple on there.
Yeah.
You got a couple on
Matt
there, Clay.
Ryan, Julio. I put it up there for a reason. Roddy White, he was number 3. Jesse Tuggle, Scott Case, Steve
Scott
Arkowski,
Case.
Gerald Riggs, William Andrews, Mike Vick, Deion Sanders. Yeah. That's a great list. I would change it up a little bit, Clay, but that's a great list. But that's your
That's a
that's
good
your
one.
list.
That's a good one.
That's your list. That's a great list, though. And hey man, I couldn't disagree with either one of them. Great list. All right, here we go. So we'll talk about
Was honored in the Falcons Ring of Honor.
Sorry. Boom. Here we go.
Number 4, Julio Jones. Chosen as the 6th overall pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, Julio Jones had a remarkable 10-year career with the Falcons. Known for his exceptional blend of size, strength, and speed, Julio became one of the most feared receivers in NFL history. He holds various Falcons receiving records, including first in receptions with 848, first in receiving yards, 12,896. With 2 first-team All-Pro selections, 3 second-team All-Pro selections, and 7 Pro Bowl appearances, Julio's contributions to the team were invaluable. Despite a Super Bowl setback, Jones' outstanding career statistics and impact on the game position him as a potential Hall of Famer in the coming years.
What do y'all think about Julio? First of all, what's going on, man?
What it look like, Mathis?
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm losing weight. That's what I'm doing. I'm losing weight.
They're getting it out you, huh?
Man, unfortunately on Friday. On a day I should be off sitting
Yeah.
in my basement right now doing this show.
That's the same thing I said when I was there this morning. I'm like, oh my God, I could have been at the house. Yeah. Julio Jones, man. What you think about Julio? I got him at number 4. What you think about that?
Mathis?
I don't know, man. To be honest with you, Julio should be top 1 to 2.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
But I need to see this 1, 2, 3 before I 3, 2, 1, excuse me,
Okay.
before I interject anymore.
Let's look at what
All
Clay got to say then, since Mathis don't know.
I don't want to bust your lip. I don't want to bust your list.
See, yeah. I need you to bust the list. Hey, yeah. So Clay had him at 2. At 2, and like I said, I can't disagree with that. Hey, that's the way he feels. But I think if some more people.
9. He's number 9.
Number 9 on your list.
He has to be lower on the list because of how he left. He almost pulled a LeBron James on us. Almost. When LeBron broke up with Cleveland, held a press conference to break up with the whole city, he almost did that to Atlanta when he left. I'm bitter. Been bitter about it since it happened. I'll be there and cheer for him when he go into the Hall of Fame, but he's number 9. That to me hurt his stock with us.
All right, number 9.
Matt Ryan. Arguably, Matt Ryan stands as the greatest Atlanta Falcon in franchise history. Picked as the 3rd overall choice in the 2008 NFL Draft, he made a remarkable impact from the outset at the Georgia Dome. During his debut game, Ryan's initial pass resulted in a 62-yard touchdown throw to Michael Jenkins. This marked the start of successful days for the Falcons franchise and 14 years of headaches for the rest of the league. Ryan guided the Falcons to their first consecutive winning seasons, secured 2 NFC Championship appearances, and reached Super Bowl 51. He holds all passing records for the franchise with significant leads. He ranks first in passing yards with 59,000 735, touchdowns with 367. He leads with yards per game, 269.1, completion percentage at 65.5, and wins with 120. Notably, he demonstrated exceptional durability, missing only 2 games in 14 seasons. Ryan was honored as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year and achieved a standout 2016 season where he propelled the Falcons offense to an impressive 33.8 points per game, ranking 7th in NFL history. This led him to be named first team All-Pro, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, NFL MVP, and taking the Falcons to their second Super Bowl appearance. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler and currently ranked 7th in NFL history with 62,792 passing yards. Following his retirement from the NFL, Ryan is set to join the Falcons Ring of Honor and is anticipated to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the near future.
Okay, so where we go there, Darryl? What you think?
Clay said it right. Clay said it right. He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He should be. I don't know if he will be, but he should be a first ballot. That's my number one. Off rip. And when you say Falcons that I love, that one, that dude. No, to me, nobody above him. I joke with y'all, and say, hey, he's my second favorite quarterback. My first favorite will always be whoever's starting for the Atlanta Falcons. But honestly, ain't nobody. I don't see anybody taking his spot in my mind as the most beloved Falcon. And yo listed all of those accomplishments. Yeah, there's nothing else that could be said for it. To me, greatest Falcon of all time.
Now, I agree. Greatest Falcon of all time.
Mm-hmm.
How about greatest Atlanta athlete of all time?
Ooh. Dominique. Football, basketball.
Nick is a Hall of Famer.
Hockey.
He never sniffed a championship.
Hank Aaron.
Hank really wasn't an Atlanta guy. He really wasn't. He was here on what?
Dale
Murphy. Dale
Murphy.
Still didn't get that 400 home runs. That's why they still got him out of the Hall of Fame.
And then you know what? You'd have to go Braves and you'd have to go pitchers, right? You'd have to go Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz type situation. But I don't even think they would touch it. You might have a point there. He might be at the greatest Atlanta sports figure of all time.
Who is this?
Matt Ryan.
Think about it, Mathis. Greatest, just
Over,
accomplishment, just
now
greatest.
Wait. Chipper Jones is probably number one.
Chipper up there. Now.
Chipper up there. Chipper up there.
Don't nobody got a bigger standing ovation coming up to bat or anywhere over Chipper Jones. I thought I saw panties and bras get thrown on the field when Chipper Jones came on the field.
Chipper or Matt?
That might be right. Chipper.
Yeah,
So,
Chipper
maybe
might
Freddie.
Maybe
Freddie.
No, Freddie don't take it.
Freddie wouldn't he could be like he would be in the top 5 if he would have stayed and finished his career here. But Maddox is not there because he didn't start or end his career here. John Smoltz would probably be top 5, top 6.
I see Smoltz wasn't even the best pitcher on any of those teams.
He wasn't, but
that's why I think he falls short.
Look at the length though. Once Glavine and Maddox left, John Smoltz was that holdover from the 90s into the 2000s. So
and went to the bullpen and then went back to pitching and went back to
3,000 strike. He hit all the marks here. Whatever mark a pitcher needed to hit, he hit it with Atlanta. So that's why I would say that.
Phil Negro.
Nah.
As far as Atlanta dude.
Yeah, he was the Atlanta guy. Now he was
here for like 19 years. Right? He was here for a minute.
So top 10.
Top 10, definitely
See,
top 10.
I think you end up just naturally going to baseball, maybe because they have longevity,
They got the ships.
or
They got the
yeah,
ships.
or they got the chips.
They got the
So
ships. They
I
were, and
mean,
you're right. They were great for so
if
long. They were
yeah,
great
if
for so long.
Dikembe ended his career here, you could put him in there.
Hmm. But Neek for sure, Dominique in there, right?
So this is
That's
what
that's by default, but I mean, yes, Dominique is in there regardless.
Okay, all
Clay
right,
said: Chipper, Hank, Dominique, and Matt. I
I
agree
like
with
that.
Chipper and Dominique, but Hank, he's beloved. He's definitely one of the most beloved, but he wasn't the greatest Atlanta Braves. He only played like 4 years for the Atlanta Braves. Most of that was Milwaukee. He was that's Milwaukee.
Mm,
That's
mm.
that's what I'm just saying. It was, you know, it's
Hey
Milwaukee.
Mathis, I need your
Yeah,
help real quick. I had some thoughts going through my head when I was sitting in traffic today, right? So don't shake your head, man.
He had some
In
good old stormtrooper thoughts.
so in the four major sports category, four major sports in America, right? Men's basketball, football, baseball, and hockey. There's only 6 teams that share the same name. We came up with 2, meaning
I
the
got
San
one.
Francisco Giants and the New York Giants, right? 2 different teams, 2 different sports, but they share that name, Giants. So far, we've come up with the Giants and the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. There's 4 other
Rangers.
ones out there.
Rangers.
Ooh, the Rangers.
Rangers.
Texas Rangers and the New York Rangers.
Hmm. Just
and
thought
so it
about
could
that.
be from any basketball,
Hey, just
baseball,
think
football,
about it. We'll keep on. We'll keep on.
and it's 6. It's actually 6, so it's 3 more that need to
Three
be
more.
named out.
Hmm.
Baseball, football, hockey.
Hmm.
Do the Hawks and the Blackhawks count?
Mm-mm.
It's got to be
It
the
got to be
whole thing.
exactly the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be able to cheat my way into that.
I'm sorry about that.
No, 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 no,
Deion Sanders,
no. It's
Hold,
got to
hold,
be
hold,
formerly
exactly
hold,
known as
the
hold on. I'm
Hawks,
sorry.
the Hawks and Blackhawks. It's got to be Hawks and Hawks.
You got the Atlanta Hawks and the Gwinnett Skyhawks.
Boo, boo.
No.
Let me think about it.
Yeah.
I'm not about to get ready to
Think about it. Think
hurt
of
my head that just like that. I need to. Yeah, give me a second.
slated to
Here we
be
go.
inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the near future.
Number 2.
Number 2, Deion Sanders, formerly known as Neon Deion and Prime Time. Deion Sanders, now known as Coach Prime, was chosen as the 5th pick in the 1989 NFL Draft. Renowned for his dynamic skills as a cover corner, kick and punt returner, and occasionally as a receiver, Sanders was the missing piece the team and the city had been yearning for. After enduring 10 consecutive losing seasons with little to celebrate, the Falcons were in dire need of a significant boost, and Sanders was the perfect remedy. In his debut game, Deion scored a touchdown, returning a punt against the Rams, marking the start of a legendary career. He was the most dominant defensive back in Falcons history and arguably their greatest defender of all time. During his 5 seasons with the Falcons, Sanders scored 10 touchdowns, 3 defensive, 3 kick returns, 2 punt returns, and 2 receiving. He played a pivotal role in the Falcons' remarkable 1991 season, where they achieved their first winning record since 1980 with a 10-6 finish. Deion's friendship with rapper MC Hammer and the hit song Too Legit to Quit became the team's rallying cry, revitalizing the Falcons and putting them back on the map. Despite a playoff loss to the eventual Super Bowl champions Washington, the city of Atlanta rekindled its love for the Falcons, largely due to Deion Sanders. Sanders played for various teams after his time with the Falcons, but his sentiment that the Georgia Dome was his home held true. As the head coach of Jackson State University, Deion Sanders brought attention to HBCUs in college football, advocating for equal treatment and respect as programs in major conferences. By utilizing his platform to raise awareness, he shed light on the significant challenges faced by the HBCUs, garnering national attention. Now leading the Colorado Buffaloes, the program has experienced a surge in attendance and excitement. Sanders has an impressive career record, including 6-time first team All Pro, 2-time second team All Pro, NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 1994, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 8-time Pro Bowler, member of the 1990s All Decade Team, Atlanta Ring of Honor inductee, and Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee in 2011.
All right. So prime time. How can he not be in anybody's top 3? How can he not?
Easy. He ain't play here long enough.
Thank you.
He
Thank you, Matt.
he may have started them. That's like saying Michael Vick too. Like they had a movement. They both have. Dion had a movement that would have lasted for as long as he would have been here if he would have just stayed for his career. It would be undeniable that he would be the #1 Falcon ever. But when you only here for a short portion of time and nothing was really accomplished besides your own accolades, what? I mean, for real.
So
And
now,
his best years weren't here. He didn't have his best years as an Atlanta Falcon. If they made football players go into the Hall of Fame with a team jersey on, he wouldn't go in with a Falcons jersey. He'd go in with a Cowboys jersey. He might go in with a 49ers jersey, just knowing Dion, and he only played there 1 year. Nah, he didn't even make my list. I do not like the dude. I can't.
Really?
So
so you don't like him. He
I,
is the second most beloved. Dog, if you look at the sales on that 21 jersey, if you look,
here we go.
Darryl, you
Here we
go
go with
there
the money.
Darryl,
but
you go
during
there
his during
you go
his
to every
time,
game. How many 21s do you see in the stands,
Oh,
bro?
it's tons of 21 jerseys. I bought
Yeah.
one for my dad.
Because
I
they
gave my
love
dad
him.
a
They
21
love
jersey.
he's one of the most beloved. You might not like him, but he's one of the most beloved. Hands
And
down.
that's because
we got the
I know
Atlanta
why
same
you
type
wasn't
of
don't
love
like
Atlanta.
him.
in Dallas.
He
We got
did
the
the
We
same
dance
love in
against
Dallas.
Georgia Tech back in the late 80s. That's why you don't like him. I
All right.
get it.
no,
I
I'm gonna
get
tell
it.
you what I really don't. I'm gonna tell you what got me. That pick six he got in the Georgia Dome when he was playing with San Francisco.
Hey man.
That's when I was like, I'm done with this dude. Through with him.
What happened
Right?
though?
You can't
What
help that.
happened? What happened? Did he get booed? No. What
No,
happened?
that's because Atlanta Falcons fans are like abused.
Hey
We're in
man.
an abusive relationship. We always will go back to him. Always. Oh man, I booed him. I was booing him from when I was.
Hey,
Shoot, where was
must
I?
be
I
the
was in the barracks.
money turning him on. Must be the money.
I
Hey man.
got one for y'all too.
The
Nah,
Panthers. Yeah.
but
Panthers. That's what you're talking about.
the
Panthers,
King.
Kings
the
and
King,
Panthers. Clay gave me the
Kings and
Panthers, so
Panthers is
I
one
can't
more.
take it, Clay. I can't take it. But anyway, man,
It's one more out there. One more.
Dion was the one, hands down. When he came, man, oh my God, I remember in '89, dog. He just changed everything. I went to one of the games. It was cold out there at Fulton County Stadium.
Fulton County Stadium.
Took it
Yep.
to the house, baby. All we wanted to see was Deion Sanders. Man, he was the show that we needed. We went to the playoffs for the first time, like in 1991. That was, man, that defense was off the chain. But the main thing, let the main thing be the main thing. Don't throw it to that side. Number 21, right? He started that in the A. Did you hear he had 10 touchdowns as a Falcon, and 5 of them were returns, kickoff, and special team? When the last time we had a great special teamer? When was the last time we had a great cornerback? When was the
You know
last
what?
time? Huh?
That's not always
I
wrapped
think
into one though.
I
Man.
take Scott Case over. Scott
Oh,
Case made my list.
boo.
Scott Case had 10. Scott
Scott
Case
Case
had
can
10
hold his.
he had 10 interceptions one year. When did Deion get 10 interceptions?
He didn't.
I take Scott
When did
Case over.
Scott Case win the Super Bowl?
Deion didn't win
What
one
the
with us.
yeah? What
I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. So when did Scott Case go into the Hall of Fame?
Scott Case, well, I don't know if he should be, but I know this. He was
He ain't
he
even
was
in
a better he
the
was a
Ring of
better
Honor.
he was a better Atlanta Falcon than Deion was.
I'm talking about most beloved, man. I ain't just talking about
I,
better.
I get
Oh, he
I
was
get
not
you.
most beloved, more beloved
I
than the
get
Falcons. I mean,
I get you. I get you. But when I start thinking of the Falcons that I like, part of it is their production, right? Part of it is, and Scott Case has produced more as an Atlanta Falcon than Deion Sanders has.
I like Scott Case. I love Scott Case, but Scott Case used to tick me off more than anybody on the team because yeah, he wants to make the big hit. But how many times did Scott Case knock his own man off the tackle trying to make the big hit? You know what I'm talking about? Like
It's
you
old school
idiot.
football. It's old school football.
And then Dion would have to run and chase him down
Deion
and
wasn't
jump
even
on their
trying to
back.
be in the tackle. Deion wasn't even trying to be in the
Hey
tackle.
man, he'd jump
Hold
on your back, man. He would tackle receivers.
on.
He would tackle running. He wouldn't tackle the big boys, but hey, he'll clip you. Anyway,
Scott Case was awful for that too.
he was he used to tick me off. I saw doggone Jesse Tuggle over there giving him the business. So you can miss me with Scott Case. He ain't in no
10
top 10,
interceptions
hands
in 1
down.
year.
No
10
way.
interceptions in 1
No
year
way.
as a
Boo.
Falcon.
Boo.
Ring of Honor inductee and Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee.
When Scott Case get in the Ring of Honor, let me know. Here we go.
There you go,
Number
put
one.
it in.
Number one.
Number 1, Michael Vick. After enduring years of home game blackouts and 2 seasons with losing records following their appearance in the 1998 Super Bowl, the Falcons were determined to make significant changes. Just prior to the 2001 NFL Draft, they executed a trade that would be remembered as one of the most impactful in the franchise's history. Atlanta traded the 5th overall pick, a 2001 third-round pick, a 2002 second-round pick, and wide receiver Tim Dwight to the San Diego Chargers in exchange for the 1st overall pick. With this top pick, the Atlanta Falcons selected Michael Vick from Virginia Tech. This highly skilled quarterback was widely regarded as the most physically gifted quarterback in college football history and played a crucial role in almost single-handedly securing a national championship victory against Florida State. While Vick had limited playing time in 2001, he became the team's starting quarterback in 2002 and led the Falcons to their first winning season since 1998. With a record of 8-6-1, Vick guided the team to the playoffs and triumphed over the Green Bay Packers with a score of 27-7 in the NFC wildcard game. Vick suffered an injury during the 2003 preseason, but made a strong comeback. In his first game, post-injury, he guided the team to victory against the Carolina Panthers. Fans remember his Superman-like dive into the end zone that secured the win. In 2004, Vick led the Falcons to an 11-5 record, breaking the NFL postseason record for a quarterback with 119 rushing yards. Although the Falcons triumphed over the Rams in the divisional round, they lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Vick finished second in the MVP voting that year. Due to his dominating presence in the NFL, Michael Vick graced the cover of Madden in 2004. During his brief stint in Atlanta, he achieved a record of 38-28-1, 11,505 passing yards, 71 passing touchdowns, 3,859 rushing yards, and 21 rushing touchdowns. He currently holds the NFL record for career rushing yards by a quarterback. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler, and in 2010, Vick won the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award. Though he is not recognized in the Falcons' Ring of Honor, Michael Vick holds a special place as my all-time favorite Falcon. So those are my top 10 most beloved Falcons, and it was really hard to leave out some of the other greats. So here are my notables. Fulton Kuykendall,
Fulton. See, I
Alfred
don't know about
Jenkins,
Fulton.
Billy White Shoes Johnson,
White
Jesse
shoes.
Tuggle, Algie Crumpler, Mike Ken, John Abraham, and Jeff Van Note. The Dirty Bird himself, Jamal Anderson, and Andre Rison.
Ooh, left eye
And let's
lurker.
never forget the greatest defense of all times, the 1977 Grits Blitz defense with their coach, Jerry Glanville. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and
Check me out.
subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And as
Check
always,
this out.
be safe, be blessed. I'll see you next time.
Man, hey, I still keep that, don't I? Hey, man.
Did Jerry Glanville make your list? Did Jerry Glanville make your list?
No. Absolutely not. Hey,
I'm gonna
Mike
say
Vick,
just
what you think?
switch your 1-2 and your 3-4, and I'll leave you alone.
No. It's done. This was done before you, sir. But anyway, this is done. This thing have what about
That was when it started.
almost 3,500 views. This is way past you, my friend.
I get it. I get it.
Hey, this one, hey, that video got us the most subscribers at one time. Anyway, hey, look, Mike Vick, come on.
Here's the thing with Mike Vick. I wish that when all that stuff went down, if he had just went in to talk to Arthur Blank and told him the truth and said, "Hey, I did this. It's probably gonna come back and bite me in the butt. I did it. That's what it is." If he had done that, I think Blank sticks with him, and I think his career turns out differently, at least in Atlanta, right? And I think that we benefit from him a lot more. But you know, it went down the way it went down. For me, he's number 4. I can see how a lot of people would say number 1, though. I can see it, but I think he's one of those that he because he was really good with the Eagles. You know, he had better year, not better years, but he still had good years away from the Falcons, and I just wish they were here.
Mathis.
Hey man, he is still in Atlanta. Well, period, for a stretch period. Besides going to see somebody like LeBron, he was probably the most exciting player to ever go watch. Unfortunately, with us, like he stated, he was doing it all off of raw talent. He never attempted to try and look at film or really study the playbook or anything like that. So, yes, we loved him while he was here, but you can't be the most beloved player all time, not giving us your all.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Michael Vick. I'm a Michael Vick fan, and I loved him even with the Eagles. I enjoy watching him, except if he played the Falcons. But knowing that's why it's so hard to ever put LeBron over Mike or Kobe, because these guys went out to kill and give it their all every game. He ain't do that.
Let me ask this question. It's just most beloved.
I don't. He
When you went
ain't love like that.
when you went okay, when Matt Ryan was in Atlanta playing, he was the quarterback for Atlanta, and you went to the games, did you go to see Matt Ryan? Or did you go see the Falcons?
We went to see the Falcons.
When Michael Vick was the quarterback, how many people do you think actually went to go see the Falcons or went to go see Mike Vick?
I mean, I get that. We went to go see Michael Vick play.
7. You want to go see 7.
But how
Let's see
long?
what 7 does.
But how long does it take? How long does that feeling last if we're losing? or not getting anywhere.
But they were decent.
They were decent.
They were decent.
You knew. Look, you can always say if we had the Michael Vick that was in Philly, the Falcons win the Super Bowl. We never thought you could never say
And
we
I
was gonna
get
win the
that.
Super Bowl.
Look what he said. Clay
Yeah,
said they
that's
would
true.
rather have a Mike Vick reboot than a Mike Ryan reboot. Hey man,
hmm
they
If if
love Mike Vick.
if 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 you had the choice between if you gave Atlanta Falcons fans the choice between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, they would take Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It, they
Hey man, hey man, you know.
It's Atlanta. It's Atlanta, right?
See,
It's
Well,
Atlanta.
that's why
so
they were.
so
That's why
wait,
he was
do
so
do
beloved.
do this. Don't say Josh
ATL
Allen.
baby.
Give me somebody who unfortunately lost in the Super Bowl. Give me somebody that made it to the Super Bowl. Who
Okay.
has done that? That's like saying Joe Burrow. You
Joe
taking
Burrow
Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow? I'm
or Joe
taking Joe
Burrow.
Burrow.
Atlanta fans would prefer Lamar Jackson
Absolutely.
Well,
because they booed the greatest quarter. All the drama that we threw at Matt Ryan was
Hmm.
because he was not Mike Vick.
He
If
wasn't
Mike Vick
Mike
was
Vick,
never
baby.
let's say we never got Mike Vick, and eventually we get Matt Ryan. Universally, Matt Ryan is the most beloved Falcon of all time, just based
Hmm.
on what he did. But because he was not Mike Vick, he really needed to get 2 Super Bowls to wipe
Yeah.
out the Mike Vick aura, and he just didn't. I mean, hey,
Mike Vick
look,
is it, baby. Mike
at the
Vick
end
is
of the
it.
day, he won an MVP. He
hmm
got us to the Super Bowl, and if it wasn't for a coach that decided to not get out of his own way here
Yeah.
and in San Francisco, we
Hmm.
have that.
He's
So
the
I'm not.
greatest. Matt Ryan is the greatest, hands
he's number
down.
one.
I'm
He's
sorry,
number
he
one.
ain't the most beloved. People
That
love Mike
well, you know
Vick.
what? I guarantee you, they love him more once they realize what came after him, didn't they?
They
Oh man, I
still
would
love
so
Mike
take
Vick.
Matt Ryan back.
Listen,
Man, we bring Matt
hey,
back. Look,
hey,
so
let's
when
count
my
the jersey sales. Let's count.
but
Let's
see,
count.
I get that.
Man, Matt Ryan ain't
That's a
he ain't been on the Madden yet. When Matt Ryan get on Madden, let me know.
we don't. First off, I don't want no
No
Falcon
Madden.
I
ever
know,
to touch
but
Madden.
that's just how powerful Mike Vick was. Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing that takes it over the edge, takes Mike Vick to the next stratosphere. Hey, listen, man. I don't know. You weren't around, Matthew. I don't know how young you were. How old were you when Mike Vick came? About 10, 11? No,
2000. No, I was like
2001,
15.
15. So
2001,
yeah,
15, turning 16.
you was, yeah,
I was watching football. I don't know what
you
you're
was watching
saying.
football. You weren't playing with girls yet. But
That's all there too. I don't want to hear all that. Next,
you weren't even
keep
playing with
going.
girls yet. Here we go. Mike Vick, before Mike Vick, for the longest, for about 10 years, you could never see an Atlanta Falcons home game on TV.
I know
In
that.
Atlanta, we were blacked out for almost 10 years. Do you remember that? But when Mike Vick got drafted, we could finally see the Atlanta Falcons home games.
I get
Dude,
it.
somebody that powerful can change that changed the history. That changed history for the Falcons, especially for me. I can finally see him.
So
Imagine,
if you
imagine what he,
nah, go
Mathis,
ahead, go
what you
ahead.
said. What you said. Imagine what he could have done if he had applied himself. Because
Absolutely
if you
right.
go, if you go back and watch that playoff game against the Green Bay Packers, that was uh, a classic case of backyard football.
Of
Mike
course.
Vick was just out there, just
Doing his
I.
thing.
Playing.
He was drawing in the dirt. Hey, you go to the
Yeah.
car, you go to the Chrysler, go out, you go deep. I got it.
I get it.
That's what he did.
Okay,
If
there you
he
go.
had really applied himself, he could have been. He could have been a Hall of Fame. Could have been a Hall of Fame.
Hmm.
Yep.
And
And I get it.
that's the problem with our fan base.
So that's why I'm
We
saying
okay
it's
with losing.
still Mike Vick was most beloved, even though he wasn't the best quarterback by far. Man, he won 38 games and lost like 28. Matt Ryan won 120 games. It doesn't even compare. But boy, the Falcon fans sure do love Michael Vick.
They do.
They sure love, and that's why I got him number one. That's why I got him number one. I heard people cry about Matt Ryan for 10 years. And then now look, where he's been since. Matt, the level of quarterback play is very hard to find. Absolutely. We'll
I think we got
never.
it. I think we got it solved. I think we got it solved finally.
We might have it solved, but man,
And if we have it solved this quickly, what are you talking about? 3 years roughly from when we traded Matt. 3 years. We if we solved it in 3 years, that's not a bad thing.
And why are people so excited about Mike Penix?
Because he ain't what we've been dealing with.
Left-handed. Hey, man.
He can't run like Vic though.
He can't run like Vic, but hey man, when you saw him, you just saw that left hand, everybody was like, oh, Mike Penix, Mike Vic. Yeah.
I don't think it would be, let's say if we would have drafted him during the trade process of Matt Ryan, I don't think the hype would be as big. I think it'll be a little bit more even keel if he got drafted the year Matt Ryan was traded, because it would have been something where it's like we were coming off of a excellent quarterback, a quarterback that threw for 60,000 yards. Now we're so excited because you sit through Mariota, Desmond Ritter, dealing with the trouble of Kirk Cousins towards the end of the year. That's what is bringing the excitement. If he comes in right behind Matt Ryan, we'd be like, all right,
right. And
oh,
I get that.
You sure he can follow that up?
Right, but I get that. But you do know when they saw Mike Penix, the first thing they thought, what number he's going? Oh, number 9. All right.
Got Desmond Ritter old number.
Number 9. Hey, he's gonna do great. But they saw Mike Vick. They saw that left hand quarterback. Yeah. Anyway, hey,
I bet you he applies himself better than Mike Vick did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. Like I said, I know Matt Ryan, heck, Steve Bartkowski, Chris Chandler, Chris Miller.
So, let me ask you this.
You got a lot of them got way better stats than Mike Vick. Did much far better than Mike Vick, hands down. But ain't nobody put butts in seats and
I get it.
And views on the TV screen than Mike Vick.
So let me ask you this, yo. Let's say in 2 years, I won't say this year, but in 2 years, Michael Penix leads us to a Super Bowl and wins it. Does your list change?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm just trying to see.
Absolutely. Mike, let me see. Matt Ryan moved down. Mike Vick moved down. Yeah, I mean, it just slide down one.
Really? Because of one Super Bowl?
Huh?
So if the Falcons had won the Super Bowl in '98, you would have Chandler as your number 1 most beloved Falcon?
Not Chandler.
Nah.
No.
Jamal Anderson?
No. Oh, you talking? Okay, you in '98. In '98.
In '98,
Let me see.
yeah.
No. Jamal definitely would have been in the top 10. I'd probably put TJ out of there. I'm not TJ. I'm sorry. Ward Dunn out of there. Yeah, cause Jamal. I mean, Dirty Birds, man. Hey, that was it.
I don't know if one. I don't know if. Don't get me wrong. I give my right arm for a Super Bowl at this point, but I don't know if that's going to change. Not just like Penix comes in, wins a Super Bowl in 2 years, and then let's say he signs a bigger deal somewhere else and leaves. I don't know if that makes him. And let's just say he's the reason we win it, right? He throws for 5,000 yards that year. I don't know if that makes him the number 1 beloved Falcon.
Boy.
Because I just think it's more than that. It's more than that to it. And granted, he's my favorite quarterback right now, but it's more than that to it. It takes longevity. That's why Deion didn't make my list. It takes longevity to be, in my opinion. to be here.
That's still different though, because if Dion would have brought us a Super Bowl, regardless of longevity or not, you would have no choice but to put him on this list,
That's what I'm
The
especially
way
if
he
he
saying.
left,
made some type of play in the Super Bowl to help us win it.
the way he left. Nah.
Ooh, David
Ooh,
Justice. That was good. I
mm,
like David Justice too. I like
I
David
did
Justice.
too. I
He'll be
did
one of
too.
my top 10 Braves of all
Braves.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta Braves. Yeah, he'll be one of those top 10 Braves.
Hallie killed him.
Oh, if we don't hold on. Let's go back.
I think he killed Hallie. That's what that
Okay,
was.
yeah, I was wrong.
She
Let's go
crazy.
back. Let's go back to
Oh yeah.
Dion right quick.
Yeah.
And another reason why he was I got him as being so beloved. I forgot to even bring this up. He played for the Braves as well. Not only that, he brought this to the Braves. He brought the tomahawk chop that had never gone on until Dion started doing that on the bench. Y'all remember seeing that? You
When we
may
had
not,
Chief
Mathis.
Nakahoma.
I know you were just, you was playing with G.I. Joe, but
We had Chief Nakahoma. Nah, and
man,
no,
come on, we knew we were gonna lose. He come out there, but that's when I used to get in the Braves game for free.
they had the teepee. I don't know if you ever saw
I
Mathis.
remember. I
They had
remember
a
the
teepee
real.
out there, boy, in the middle of the stands. But no, that was
When
for
nobody else in the
Dion. That
stands but
was
Chief Nakahoma. And me and Daryl we was sitting behind home plate, but free.
but nah, that was more publicity than anything.
Yeah.
He was not a meaningful. He had a couple of sparks as a Brave, but he wasn't a meaningful contributor.
Okay, who? The Dion?
Yeah.
Listen, okay, if they had won that World Series in 91, who's gonna be the MVP? Go back and look. Who should have been the MVP? Deion Sanders. Check it out.
John
Had the best
Smokes. John
Deion
Smokes.
Sanders.
John
Deion was
Smokes.
all over the place. Smokes did good. Deion would have won the MVP.
If they win Game 7 against the Minnesota Twins, it would have been because of John Smokes. Because remember that went down. That was what 1-0, if I remember right. Was it 1-0 or 2-1? I know we lost by 1 run in
Man.
extra innings.
It
And
was 0-0. Yeah.
Smokes walked off the mound. His pants were sagging because he pitched his ass off.
Yeah.
John Smokes.
Deion, check it out. Check it out.
I go back and watch.
Check it out.
It's
I
Check
paid.
it
used to
out.
have the tape. I used to have the tape of the '95 season and the '91 season. Dion was only a trinket of that. Okay,
That
and
World Series, if they would have won, I guarantee he'd been up for MVP. And put it
I
like
mean
that.
that's
Of
cool.
course, they were gonna give it.
Well,
They were
listen,
gonna
your
give
stance,
it to John
the stance,
Smokes.
your stance is changing now. Being up for it and winning it is two totally
No,
different
I mean,
things.
I just thought about that because just like they gave it to Tom Glavine in '95. Yeah, they're gonna give it to the pitcher. Yeah. Even though David Justice hit the home run and save the day.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, he didn't
he
for
ain't
the
do much.
entire series. He did
Yeah.
not
And not to
do.
mention Chipper Jones making that amazing dive at third base to say, but they was gonna give it to the pitcher.
You got
I
to give
get
it
that.
to a pitcher,
You got to get
especially
to
in
it.
that type of series. You got to give it to. It wasn't no real, blowout series.
Yeah, Claudia. What you know
Yep.
about Claudell
Claudell
Washington?
Washington. What you know
Boy,
about
Claudell
Claudell?
Washington. See, look at Mathis. He don't even know him. He like who? See, look, he
Let me
Hey,
just
let me tell you.
he was
Growing
no,
up,
I do
look,
not know who Claudell Washington is.
he was
I
eating
went,
boogers then, boy. He was little eating
but
boogers back
I'm
then.
not. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you. But
it,
I do look. I've seen Dale Murphy play. I actually went to the Braves game when Dale Murphy came back as a Philly here, and they honored him. I was young then, but I went to that game.
Mhm.
it should be in the
So
Hall of Fame. Should be in the Hall
he
of Fame.
should. He
Two-time
should be.
MVP. Yeah.
It's two Braves
But
right now that are really getting. They really shafting them, and that's Dale Murphy and Andrew Jones.
Yeah,
yeah, Andrew
yeah.
Jones, I think he'll get in at
Yeah,
some point.
Andrew will get him those gold gloves. Gotta
Yeah,
get. I
I
mean,
think he'll
and the
get in.
home runs.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
he
the
got he got over, he got almost 450. He's at like
hands
430
down.
some
He was the
change.
greatest center fielder for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
hands down.
That might be ever.
He's one of the greatest, yeah, of all time. Yeah,
Defensive, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Great growing up. Every playing baseball in the neighborhood, you play with a tennis ball in the street. Every white kid when he came up to bat was like, "I'm Dale Murphy," and every black kid when he came up to bat said, "I'm Claudell Washington." That was just how it was growing up
Hey,
in that era.
why did you love Claudell Washington? Tell me the truth. Why did you love Claudell?
I loved his swing. I loved his swing.
I love his swing too, but Claudell will fight when he rushed that pitcher.
Hey, you remember what was it against the Padres?
Boy,
Pascual Perez.
Pascual Perez.
That's another one. Watch Mathis, Google that one. I forget what they called it, but it was the Atlanta Braves versus San Diego Padres. Pascual Perez throwing at people and
Yeah.
then just
Oh man.
scrapping. And like
Yeah.
I think they fought like in 3 separate innings. It was wild. And I remember watching that. My dad was watching. He was like, "That's a shame." I'm like, "Nah, that's how it's supposed to be." Hey, Auntie Pam.
What's up, Pam? Hey, appreciate you joining in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Oh, that last team that we missing is the Jets. The New York Jets and the
Jets.
Winnipeg
Oh
Jets.
Lord, we don't even want to talk about the Winnipeg Jets.
We supposed to remember the
Slash
Winnipeg Jets,
Atlanta
the Atlanta
Thrashers.
Thrashers. That's where they
Yeah.
went, was Winnipeg.
Oh, hold on. Oh, they're no longer. I was about to say the Chiefs, but they're no longer a franchise up there.
What Chiefs?
The Chiefs, not Chiefs. No,
What?
I'm sorry. No, never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You was thinking the Oilers.
I'm thinking about the soccer team we had, but
Oh,
actually the Flames left Atlanta and went
the
to.
F-
That's
yeah,
right. That's right. I was thinking
yeah.
about the Chiefs.
Flames
Never
went
mind.
to Atlanta and went to Calgary in 1980.
Calgary. That's
We're
right.
the only city to lose a pro franchise twice
Yeah.
because we lost the Flames and then we lost the Thrashers,
Hey man, ain't
which
nobody
shows that
looking at no hockey down here.
hockey just don't work here. I'm guessing.
I think it would now. I think it would now, especially with us having so many transplants in the city. I think they would enjoy going to see hockey if it came here.
I do it, but
I
Now,
went to a Thrasher. I went to see a Thrasher game. Going to see the fight was really why I was going at that point in time. But
they have a team up there in Gwinnett, right?
yeah,
See,
Gwinnett
the
Gladiators.
Thrashers should have been playing up there in Gwinnett because ain't nobody in the A going. I'm just saying, we'd rather
Hey,
go
look,
see the United boy. Hey, now that's they
so
be
there's
packed.
a rumor.
That they be packed.
There's a rumor
it's supposed to be coming
going
back.
around. It happened last year. That Northside Mall up there up 400, that it was being purchased and they were going to build a hockey arena there, and then they were going to try to lure a team away. And supposedly it was going to be the Buffalo Sabres. I happened to go work in Buffalo and went up there and said that, almost started a riot. They was ready to fight me because they was like, "There's no way the Sabres are leaving it." It's like, look, I'm just telling you what I heard on the radio in Atlanta. If we were to pull a pro franchise, I would go see him. I'd definitely go see him. Because you got to support all Atlanta sports.
And that's fine. Yeah. I never went to the a match. Is it the match or a game? Match, right? I never went to a
Hockey,
match.
it's a game. It's a game. It's a game.
It's a game.
Just a
Hockey
game.
game.
Little good
Oh,
old
I thought it
hockey
was a
game, and
match.
then a fighting match will break out.
Right.
A
You go
boxing match might
go
break
to a
out.
fight in the hockey game breakout. Yeah. Dale Murphy. That's right.
Dale Murphy. How's he
Kenneth
not in the
Derry.
Hall of
I
Fame?
remember
He's a
that.
2-time MVP. How does that not get you to the Hall of Fame?
I do not know. All he needed what 2 home runs to make 400. He got like
Yeah.
398, something like that. Crazy. It has to. Probably why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
The teams he played on.
Faith. It's faith. That's what I believe. That's what
You
I
think so? Huh.
Come on now. Come on now.
He should be.
He should be. But hey,
Do have a cannon for an arm, man.
Yeah. So
all right. So you left Scott Case off your list. We noticed you didn't like Scott Case.
I love Scott Case, but he like I said, he ticked me off. This is Daryl's top 10. He got Matt Ryan, great. Roddy White, William Andrews, William Andrews was my dog, man. I used to love. I wanted that 31. Grandmama kept telling me she couldn't afford it. I was hoping it was at the secondhand store, man, Goodwill or something. I needed 31. Mike Vick, Jesse, and now listen. After I made my list, I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. I was like, how did I not put Jesse Tuggle in there? But I looked at Warrick Dunn, and I just saw the stuff that he did off the field. Just took. I think people loved him even
Oh no,
more.
yeah.
Jesse was just for
Ward
me.
Dunn was a class act.
Right. Scott Case, Grady Jarrett, and Grady will make this the next rendition of that top 10 most beloved after he retires. Gerald Riggs, see, but he just he holds the record for the Falcons all-time rushing. Gerald Riggs was straight, but when I think about running backs, that's William Andrews. I mean, that's all I can think of.
But see, when William Andrews got hurt, Gerald Riggs
Gerald
picked
Riggs.
up, and it was like they didn't miss a beat. He just picked up and kept running with the ball. Gerald Riggs is underrated, very underrated as an Atlanta Falcon.
Hey, don't kill him now. Don't kill him now. Hey, hey, neither one of y'all had Brian Finneran or Ray Buchanan on y'all list?
Man,
Look,
I
stop
almost
it,
kicked
stop
you off the show. Golly.
Oh man.
Now I like Brian Finneran. The only problem I had with Brian Finneran, he'll make the spectacular catch, but that thing in the breadbasket, he is gonna drop that. He is gonna drop it.
Big play Ray.
Man. All right, and then you got Julio. Julio was just higher than that to me. Higher than that to me. Billy
I'm
White
just
Shoe
bitter.
Johnson. Now
I'm
look,
just bitter.
in 84, was it 84? When did we beat San Francisco? I remember the one play, that Hail Mary, and Billy White Shoe Johnson caught the ball after a ricochet, got in and did his thing.
And look, here's the thing. His best years were as a Falcon. He played for the Oilers for a while. He came to us as an old man and like revived his career. His best years statistically were as an Atlanta Falcon. And he was the first one when I remember watching, I said, wow, Atlanta can really have a superstar, right? Up until then, I don't remember there being a superstar on the team. Not somebody that was widely known. We knew Billy White Shoes Johnson from the Oilers. And so then he comes here, he doing the dance in the end zone. I'm like, yeah, we could get a superstar. That's why he made my list.
That's what, hey man, Billy was the one. Reggie Smith. I'm trying to remember that name.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Super Nat. Was he a little guy? Reggie Smith.
You're gonna make me look something up.
No,
Clay.
but
Why you got me?
listen. Lynn Kane. Hey, original 21, baby. The original 2-1. See, I know Mathis wouldn't even know Lynn Kane. Wouldn't even know. He was just a little bit of baby. But Lynn Kane was the one. And just think, William Andrews was blocking for Lynn Kane, and he still had more yards rushing and all of this and that. William Andrews was the one. Let me see.
Like Tim Dwight?
Tiny dude.
I do not remember him.
Reggie Smith. It doesn't ring a bell. Bubba Bean. All right. Bubba Bean, wasn't he like a tight end? Big tight end? Yeah, I think he was big old tight end. But until you went way back. You went back, you were stretching my memory on that. But I think he was a big tight end. Him and Fulton Kuykendall and all them way back in the days with Buddy Curry and man. Wow. Bubba Bean. Junior Miller. Okay, Bubba Bean was a running back. Junior Miller was the tight end. That's who I'm thinking about. Big Junior Miller. Sorry Junior Miller. He was all right. Bubba B. I'm sorry, Miss Pam. That's before me. If it wasn't William Andrews and Lynn Kane, I just don't don't remember that far back. What was that, like the 60s? 69? No, I'm just kidding. Bubba B, I don't remember him. I'm gonna have to look back if I can find something. But yeah, Junior Miller was the big tight end I was thinking about. Man. Hey, Auntie Pam, give me your top 5 most beloved, the one you love the most. Let's see, 76. 76. Okay. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna have to check him out. Now, I remember the name. I just don't remember him watching them play. Maybe I wasn't looking at the Falcons until maybe like 77. Grits Blitz was my earliest memories with Jared Glanville and the coach Lehman Bennett, Alfred Jenkins, boy, and Alfred Jackson.
Yep.
Alfred Jenkins, man, 84. Dog, Morris Brown, NBC, baby. Hey, Alfred Jenkins was bad.
Morris Brown.
He went to Morris Brown with my auntie, Elmira. He went to Morris Brown with Elmira.
Wow.
Yeah, Alfred Jenkins. Alfred Jackson, I remember the Alfred. They called them the Alfred brothers. And I actually coached football with what was his Wallace Francis. Some of my early years in coaching rec ball, I coached his son, and he joined the coaching staff. Oh, Wallace Francis, right around that same time. Alfred Jenkins, Alfred Jackson, Billy White Shoes, Wallace Francis. That was the crew. Man, we're going way back, way back. So Darryl, I like your list, and like I said, I think everybody's list is great. Clay, we appreciate your list, a great list. You can't go wrong. But I still think because of the way the impact that was made, especially for television, being able to see my Falcons while a home game. We didn't have cable. I lived with my grandma most of the time, so we didn't really have cable. And even then, it wasn't on because it was blacked out. Hey man, Michael Vick changed the game for the ATL. I could finally see them on TV, and absolutely was the most exciting player I have ever seen. And then I saw Julio. So
All right,
then
so
I
tell
saw,
me,
huh?
all that stuff, everything that they gave up to get Mike Vick, they did kind of similar with Julio.
hmm
Which one was worth it more? Which one was the better investment?
I would say overall, what you're talking stats and just overall, that was great for the team at the time. I'll say Mike Vick.
Mm.
Yeah. Because we had nothing. The Falcons were dead. Hadn't after that 98 run, it was over. Those next few years were terrible. Then they finally brought in Michael Vick, 2 years after that? That loss, it was terrible. And just think, most of the 90s were terrible for the Falcons. So
Mhm.
98 was that 1 year, and then back to garbage. So we needed it. And like I said, I wanted to see my team on TV at home. And the only time I got to see them playing at the Georgia Dome was when I was out of town. And that was crazy. That's crazy.
You ain't have NFL Network. You ain't have Red Zone.
That stuff went around back then. That stuff went around.
You
We
ain't
had
have.
ESPN and doggone what was his name? Nah, what is his name? Back. Berman. He was the main thing. Berman was the main thing. Matt Ryan, Steve Bartkowski, John Abraham,
John
Roddy
Abraham.
White. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Yeah. See, Auntie Pam go way back, so she knows Steve Bartkowski. She knows those years. Those were some good years, a few good years.
Yeah, he was throwing. He was slanging the ball. He
hmm
was slanging it.
The problem with those teams back then, one year we would have a great defense. Then next year we have a good offense. Then next year, the defense. They swapped back and forth. One team was good. One side was good. Then they went to bed. Then the next side was good. So They really didn't put it together like I wanted them to, but hey, man, I love them Falcons though. Love them Falcons. Alex Mack. Whoa. I forgot about that.
Went to the trenches.
Yeah, I don't know
And
how
you know
much
what?
of a how a top 10 player I don't know if I put him as top 10, but he was very important. If you want to talk about importance or
Mm-hmm.
impact, oh yeah, Alex Mack.
You know what's crazy? Tony Gonzalez. I thought about it, and in my mind, I'm like, Tony Gonzalez is a Chief,
Yeah,
but he actually played here longer. He played here way longer than what I remembered him playing here.
he played here longer than he played with the
If
Chiefs.
I remember right, he went back to the Chiefs for that final year. Hang on, I have to look it up again
He
because I
might
was
have played
looking it up
here
this
like 4
afternoon.
years though. I think he was a Chief a
Nah,
long
nah,
time.
nah, 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 nah. Tony stats. So he was here.
Yeah, the Big Ben, Billy White
Oh
Shoe
no, no,
Johnson.
I'm thinking about somebody else. I was thinking about somebody else. I was thinking about Billy White Shoes Johnson. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always pictured Tony Gonzalez as a Kansas City Chief,
Yeah, and
and he
that's
he
what he
had
is. Yeah,
he had production here though.
he was
He had
great.
a lot.
He was
Yeah,
great here. He
he had
made
a
my
lot
day
of
on
good
that
years.
fantasy football. Get me good.
You can look up fantasy stats on players that didn't have fantasy football. Like you can go
Hmm.
look up the fantasy football stats on William Andrews.
Wow. Wow. Really?
Yeah, it's like it's something that happens automatically in what is it? Stats, Pro Football Reference. Pro Football Reference. You
Mm.
look up stuff and it's like, oh,
Hmm.
Morton
I look
Anderson.
at I see Pro Football Reference often. I use them a lot to get the stats. Tim Dwight, Morton Anderson, Hall of Fame kicker. Morton
Mhm.
Anderson. Yeah. I just remember him in New Orleans most of his career, beating us, and then he came here and we were beating the Saints. So the Stanks, or whatever you want to call them.
That felt good to take that kicker.
Hmm. Yeah.
I
We
can't
don't
I
we
can't
don't
stand
remember linemen. Unless there
I
was
can't
the
stand the
great
Saints.
lineman like I said, Mike Ken was in my honorable mention. Jeff Van Note, of course, 18 years with the Falcons. Matt Bryan, Matt Bryant, Money Matt.
Mhm.
Hey, did he ever miss? I don't remember seeing him miss. I know he missed. It's just like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar throwing the sky hook. I know he missed. I just don't remember. Bah! Bah! That's all I remember, hitting. But Matt Bryant, man, that dude was money till he got a little too old.
Yeah,
I
got
think we could
old
have
on
kept.
us.
Man, Matt might be better than Young Way Cool right now.
Don't worry. We got Lenny Creed. Creed.
Lindy. He said to get a field goal, you don't have to go to JC Penney. Just call on sweet Lindy.
Come on and get Lenny.
Lindy.
What y'all up there talking about? What are y'all
Luton
That's
talking about?
Lindy. Lenny
that's an
Craig.
old school reference right there, boy. That's
Hey,
old school.
Luton Lindy. He said, if you can't get it from Lindy, there must not be in there.
Auntie Pam know what that's about.
Hey,
I don't
boy.
expect some of y'all to know that reference. That's an old
Oh,
reference right there.
oh.
Earl Campbell was a monster.
Yeah.
He was a monstrosity
They
of a
hated
football
tackling
player.
him. The players hated tackling Earl. Earl was the reason why they started calling spearing against the running backs. Earl dropped
Yeah,
their
time
head.
he stuck
God,
stuck his face mask in dude's chest.
hey man, destroying folks. Joker
Mm.
go out, come in trying to make a tackle, go out and got to get oxygen and stop the bleeding from the inside, boy.
I
Them
remember
broken ribs.
one game the Steelers. This one I knew the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was good as a kid. They held Earl Campbell like in the
Oh,
first half to like -4 yards rushing. And I was a kid. I didn't even know what negative was. And I was like, negative, what? -4? What? And it was like, oh, he actually got pushed back by 4 yards. That's when I knew they was real. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's how you do that.
Mm-hmm. Look at this question. Hey, so who's everybody's second favorite team?
In football?
Yeah. I have a second team that was my first team actually before I started watching the Falcons. And you just talked about them. The Steelers, man.
Pittsburgh?
Still,
Yeah.
because my
Yeah.
dad would have them on, and they were the only
Yeah.
team on TV, and they would beat Dallas
Yeah. That's the
Cowboys.
team
So
that you grew up
I
watching.
grew up
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Yeah. But that's a very distant, very, very distant second.
to you, yeah.
Yeah, very distant. But yeah, that would be my Pittsburgh.
What about you, Matt?
And,
The
and you,
second team.
Um, all of my family, my mom and dad, they both from Chattanooga. So the Oilers to the Titans,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably the Bills will be right there with them because my other family was from Buffalo. So other than that, I could care less about any of these other teams.
The
but you know
Titans.
what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Whenever I go and I see other fan bases, I get jealous
Their
because
fan bases are way better.
we don't have that in Atlanta. And I don't know what it's gonna take to get it in Atlanta.
These folks going back to where they came from.
But like when I went to Minnesota and watched that, it was like, man, this atmosphere is terrific. Denver's atmosphere is terrific. Green Bay atmosphere is like ridiculous. And you sitting on, it's like sitting in a high school stadium. They got the metal bench seats and like just with paint on them. So you sit in between. That's your seat. But bro, it's just like off the charts atmosphere.
You
Been
know
to
what they
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is the
they
same
would
way.
have to do? They would have to charge double the price of admission for people that are coming to see their team play against the Falcons.
Mm.
You increase the tickets and allow them to be whatever they are for Falcons fans. That would be the only way because these teams get more of their fans into the building than we do.
Yeah.
See, the problem is we don't have that history of winning. We just don't have that winning culture. Until we
I
can
ain't
put
buying
that
that.
That
together,
don't matter. That don't matter.
until
The
we put
Browns,
that
the
together for 10
Browns don't
Cleveland,
years.
either. The Browns
The
don't either.
Browns, Cleveland Browns.
No, see,
The
hold, please. That's what my mama tells me when I call her. I call her and she gets another call. She be like, "Hold, please." I said, "Mom, you on your cell phone? What you talking about? You ain't at work." Anyway, Cleveland got championships, not Super Bowls, but the history. The
How far back
history
are
is
you
crazy,
going?
huh?
You going to the '60s?
I'm just saying, but when you have granddaddy and daddy, all them talking, they they have a historical basis. They have championships back in
Seahawks,
just like Green Bay.
Seahawks. Right?
See, Seahawks got a ship,
They
baby.
got one chip. They got one chip, right?
Hey, that's all you
But
need.
but but up until then, they didn't have any. They've had a loyal fan base. 12th man. That was their thing. They were the 12th man. The
Damn.
Rams. The Rams. Before you could even say before that went against the Titans, they had a loyal fan base.
Come
I
on,
don't think it's just chips. The Jets, the last chip the Jets got was Joe Namath, but they're loyal. Them dudes be at the draft. They be Jets, Jets. Before Philly won their one, their fan base was rabid.
see, but Philly
Everybody
has a
has these
his.
rabid,
The Jets had
bef-
one back in the '60s, right? In the
but that's
late '60s.
yeah. But
That's a
these
long
people,
time. But
half these people when they weren't even alive.
okay, so look at Dallas. Why does Dallas have such a fan base?
Well, that's because they got chips. They got rings. Them rings
Right,
old.
and that was
Rings from last.
118 years ago, right?
Yeah,
But still, they
rings
rabid.
old.
They still rabid. So the Jets, they won back in the Ice Age. They're rabid, man.
The Vikings
They
don't.
know
No,
winning.
The
They
Brown
won
the
early.
those are
They
two
won
different
early.
experiences though. Like you got people from when the Cowboys that won the Super Bowl are still living. them folks, it's a lot of people that's not living anymore that was around
Yeah,
when
but
the
if
Jets won.
granddaddy took you to the game and then daddy took you to the game, guess what? You a fan.
So you saying these folks weren't taking us to the game as Falcons fans? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but we were losing, so you kind of like, if the Falcons won back then, you be like,
Your
hey man,
point
we got a
is
chance.
so your point is so terrible right now.
I'm
It
just saying,
doesn't
hey,
make a
when you
difference.
win, just win, baby, just win. Hey, you got to win, man. You got to have a winning culture. At some people got to believe that you're gonna win. Just think the Braves. Okay, Daryl, come on now. We remember the Braves. I know Mathis was young.
Man, I've been playing. I played
He was out there
baseball at
killing.
4 years ago. Trust me, I was watching the Braves
He
as a
was out
young
there killing
kid.
ants and stuff, having fun killing ants.
That's fine.
but
Just bring up anything from '91 on, and we can talk.
you see what I'm saying? So 91 on, that's when they started winning. But I remember a culture of losing.
I know they was
All
trash.
in the 80s, who was at the stadium? Nobody but me,
But
Daryl.
that, I think
Mathis was trying to sneak in, but he was too young.
I think baseball is different. I think baseball is different. Just talking football. I'm just saying, just talking football culture. It seems like every other place has a better culture than us. Jacksonville ain't won no championship. Go down to that stadium in Jacksonville.
They
Them
They
don't
ain't
people
got
show
down
out.
nothing
there
else.
screaming
They ain't got nothing else though.
Duval.
Yeah,
They
they ain't
got
got nothing
Du-
else though. It's different. They ain't got nothing
Tennessee.
else.
Tennessee
Tennessee.
Titans. Same way. Granted, they have an Oilers history, but they're pretty much Tennessee's team now. They have a better culture than
They ain't
us.
got nothing
Every
else.
every
They're
place I've
close enough to
ever
Memphis for
been,
basketball.
They ain't got
every
nothing else.
place
They ain't
I've
got
ever
no
been.
NBA team. They got no
They're
MLB
close
team.
enough
They ain't
for
got
to
nothing
Memphis.
else.
That's fine. Who cares? That don't matter.
That matters, man.
Okay, hang on. I went to
Got nothing
Houston.
else.
Houston went to the Houston Texans game. That game where Deshaun Watson carved us up like he knew the defense. He was actually in the press conference saying the defenses that we were calling insanity. But that game, Houston's fan base is better, and Houston is a younger franchise than us. Their
Yeah, so
fan base is better
they
than
young
ours.
and dumb. They don't have a clue.
So
And so
so yo,
they're just young and dumb.
we not
The
winning
first
either
couple of
way.
years,
We not winning either way.
hey man, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I look at history.
We need
Right, right. Jacksonville, you're right. I believe they don't have anything else. That's it. They don't have anything else. Houston, yeah, they got everything else, but they love football. Texas is big. Football is big in Texas, so you're gonna have a ton of football fans, and they probably hate Dallas. That's why they go to the game so much. They hate Dallas.
we might have. I'm struggling to think of a fan base that's worse. I'm struggling to think of one that is worse.
Well, like Mathis said, we are a transit city. Everybody knows
Hmm.
that. People come through and keep it pushing. That's why all the other teams fill the stadium because hey man, everybody's here. So if we could just get everybody to go back where they came from, hey man, we still wouldn't come because we're gonna lose. With Terrence acting, the way Terrence acting. No.
Can you
Anyway,
think of for real? Can you think of a one that's
Are you
like,
talking just
and I mean not because like okay, so not rivalry games, but divisional games. I get it, right? Like if I go to a Raiders game and they're playing Denver, and we go to the game in Denver, it's gonna be a bunch of Raiders fans there, right? Just because that's rivalry games, division games. But I don't see, and Las Vegas might be different because a lot of people go to Las Vegas to pack it out because it's Las Vegas. But like, I don't see a bunch of people going from New York to watch the Giants play in Denver and packing the stadium out. They'll pack our stadium out. Like, if the Bengals come to town, the Bengals will pack our stadium.
the only other city that I can think of is Charlotte because has become up and coming as a city, so people are moving there, or they were
Right.
for a good amount of time. So uh, the Panthers are in the same boat as we are.
Hey
Been
man,
to a
see,
Super Bowl. They
I
got the
blame it on
Hornets.
Hartsfield Jackson. I blame it on Hartsfield Jackson by being so efficient and bringing so many people through the city, the great city of Atlanta. They don't have to search for a flight, man. Every day we got 100 million flights coming through Atlanta. Hey, don't worry about it. We could,
So we
you
need to
might
shut
not
the
be able to
airport
go to
down.
you might not be able to go to Wisconsin up there at Green Bay because they only have like 5 flights a day. But
Yeah.
you can get in
And
Atlanta.
you got to drive. You got to drive.
Yeah. See, but you can just get in Atlanta, jump on MARTA, boom, you at the game, leave there, and
Fly home.
hey, get out there and have some fun. See, you're gonna have fun in Atlanta. You ain't gonna have fun in Green Bay.
But no, I had fun in Green Bay. Green Bay was fun. It was. They whooped us, but it was a good time. Me and my wife had a good time up there.
That's cool.
Everybody was really nice. The fans
Good.
were nice. They didn't like when we went and ate and we had our jerseys on, they didn't boo us. Nobody gave us a hard time, unlike some other places, Philly. So yeah, it was a good time. Cheese
Play
curds off the charts. Cheese
really,
curds was delicious. I was ready to kill somebody for them cheese curds.
man. I'd rather go to Philly and get a cheesesteak.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. You get a better
Yes.
You could get a better Philly cheesesteak here in Atlanta.
No. Been there, done it.
Fred's Meat and Bread. Fred's Meat and Bread is better than any Philly cheesesteak I ever had.
Okay, I never ate at Fred's Meat and Breads.
Fred's Meat and Bread in
Where's that? Where's that?
Croc Street Market. Croc Street Market.
Okay.
Go right in there. Man, I get the shroom shire because I like mushrooms. But yeah, just get a cheesesteak. It's off the rack. Matter
Have
of
to
fact,
check
and
them
I'm
out.
not even being paid for this. We can't be plugging if we're not
Right.
getting paid
I'm
for it, right?
probably gonna disagree with you anyway because if we disagree that Mike Vick is number one, hey, no.
Mathis, who your number one?
He gonna say Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
All right.
Julio Jones is number 2. I'm sorry.
He said, "I'm sorry." You wanted to do a hot take.
Yeah.
You wanted to be Caleb McGarry. You wanted to
Look,
say
at
that
this point
before
in
you think about
time,
it.
if you wanted to be able to enjoy the players that you love to see play and enjoy a winning culture, Matt Ryan helped us build that.
Mhm.
But Vic only helped us look at something that was great on the field. I'm sorry. I understand he won some games, but at the end of the day, you cannot deny what Matt Ryan did as a quarterback behind the pressure of being hated when he was drafted. They didn't even want him. They wanted Michael Vick. Nobody wanted him. Throughout his career, he was still hated on because of his arm, which he didn't have. Everybody knew he didn't have the strongest arm, but he still was able to accomplish everything except for one quarter.
Yeah. And he would have won the MVP hands down. Had a great game, but
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie. He doesn't win MVP for me in the Super Bowl if we win.
You think Julio gets it?
what?
No,
Who
Robert Alford would have won that MVP.
for the one interception touchdown?
Well, let's say he caught the second one. Let's say things happen differently. The pass that Julian Edelman caught on the ground after he
Hmm.
tipped it, if he
Yeah.
catches that, he's the MVP, hands down.
Yeah.
You return the touchdown. I mean, you return an interception and you catch another one to seal the game. I'm
Or
sorry,
if Desmond Trufant could just knock a ball down on fourth down. How many fourth down, man? Lord,
but Desmond
Don't
Trufant
start.
didn't play.
no, he didn't play. He didn't play.
Yeah,
It was it
Desmond
wasn't
Trufant didn't
Trufant.
play.
It was Alford. It was
Nah, it
no,
was
no, no. It
cool.
was somebody with dreads that had a
And
chance to knock
he
that
he
ball.
he does a podcast right now.
Collins,
Yeah, Jalen Collins.
get off the puck. No, I'm just kidding. No. I'm just I'm
I
just kidding.
mean,
Do your
look,
thing.
look
He
for the first 3 quarters he played well though. That's the
man,
thing.
knock a ball down. Anyway, Minnesota was nice. That's what Miss Pam said. And Clay just made it clear that, of course, anything Saints is going to be the worst. So the fan base down there, they go see them Stanks though. When
After
the
Saints.
Stanks are
After
good.
Saints. After Saints. Oh man.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Philly's horrible. Philly got the worst fans, but I
Hold
give
on.
it to them.
Are
They
they the
ride or die.
worst? Are they the worst fans for they're the worst fans for
how
visitors?
they treat other
Yeah,
Visitors?
other fans.
as far as people, like I said, I can say I go to Green Bay and the fans in Green Bay are great.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Philly and Philly is the worst freaking people. They are
Yeah.
just, and it's not just football. It's everything. It's baseball. It's basketball because it's all right there centralized. That's just a bad group of
So
people.
you better
Can't
not wear
stand
anything with your team on it.
it. And you know I'm gonna wear it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear
I just wish somebody would. I wish somebody would.
it. But boy, they was willing. They was willing that
Oh
night.
yeah.
If I had been there, if I had been there with anybody but my wife, it was just me and my wife. And the whole time I'm like,
Dang.
wow, shouldn't be in this position. You know how what was it? Steve Harvey had that joke where he said he went to the store at 2 in the morning to buy some bread, and the store got robbed, and he was like, "Now I know good well I ain't supposed to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning." That's how I was. I was like, I know good well I'm not supposed to be sitting here in Philly in this football game with my wife. I'm supposed to be here with like y'all. I need some dudes to back me up,
Yeah.
cause yeah, they was ready to throw blows. And they won. That's what killed me. They won the game. Like y'all fighting and y'all won. Come on. Horrible people. Horrible people. Awful.
You agree, Mathis?
I want to go to Philly. I want to be trash.
Mathis, he said he want the smoke.
Hey, hey, you know what, Darren? Now I will say this: I won't go with no female, but I got dudes, and we all about 6'3", 250. I'm more than willing to take a squad up there.
It would have been for real. If I had gone, I even said I knew the dudes I would go with. If we were to go, it would be back to back. You just be back to back, like, all right, and let's just keep rotating as we get out this stadium. Cause it was bad. I for real thought I said if Julio catches this ball, everybody know he throwing to Julio. If Julio catches this ball, me and my wife are gonna sit right here in this seat until this entire stadium is empty, and then we're gonna walk out. That's how crazy it was. Now this last time we beat Philly, y'all saw. I don't know if y'all saw on YouTube or whatever. That one dude that was, he was jaw jacking with him and everything. That's a brave dude because
That was
they was ready.
come on for the Washington. You said the Washington game.
Nah, the Philly game.
Mm.
When we beat Philly,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a
Okay.
video of an Atlanta Falcons fan. He was just talking smack with him, talking smack to him. Boy, you taking your life in your own hands in that case.
What up, T
Look,
Terry?
I don't know if you saw the video after the Eagles played Washington. Wale was up there at the game, and he almost got the fighting, and and Washington lost. One of the fans said something to him, and he had to turn around and defend himself. But I'll take it. I probably would laugh it off first though. Like if you actually don't really physically touch me, ain't nothing you gonna really say that's gonna pipe me up like
Bruh,
that. Sorry.
So they be
bruh,
ready to touch you,
bruh.
huh?
They was throwing snowballs. They was throwing snowballs from the upper level down onto us. It,
Oh, stay there. That's all I'm gonna tell him. Stay there.
I'm telling you, man, it's bad. And I'm just like, I wish I was here with Frank, and I wish I was here with Rico, because then it'd be different. I'm here with my wife, like, all right, baby, this the plan. And then we eventually we walked like 3/4 of a mile to get to a CVS to catch an Uber. We go into CVS, it's a bunch of Falcons fans in the back of the CVS squatting down. They just sitting down, trying to call an Uber, trying to get an Uber to come pick them up.
God.
And I'm telling you, it was like being in a freaking war zone. It was
I'm about
crazy.
I'm about to fly. I'm
Hey,
going through
we
the
gonna have
next
to
time.
go.
I'm going to the game the next
We're gonna have
time.
to go next time. Hey,
I'm
Mathis
down.
wants some of that smoke. I'm gonna get y'all out
I,
there.
I want a cheesesteak, and yes, I want somebody to raise some snow on me. I'm just gonna go be a usher. That's
See,
what I'm doing.
Miss Pam says she went with one of her friends, but she's a Philly fan, so that might help. I don't think they're gonna mess with the ladies like that.
I got a Philly friend too, and I ain't going with him.
Mm. He gonna
You
be
tell
trying
me
to
when you
beat
want
you
to go.
up.
Tell me when you want to go. I
He gonna
roll.
still his friend gonna steal on him. Dude.
Nah, nah.
I roll.
It's for the home team, baby. Ah! Anyway,
Oh man,
man, let's get out of here. We've been talking. Oh, we're going on 2 hours.
almost 2 hours.
Let's get out of here and enjoy our weekend. I T Terry, appreciate you. Wide body, appreciate you. Miss
With some
Pam,
shrimp.
Auntie, appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Check out the Lady Birds of AFN every month, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Check them out. I guarantee you will enjoy. Clay, once again, fella, we appreciate you. I think that was pretty much it. Anybody else jump in? Think that was it. But hey, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And oh, Georgia Texas boy, he shot us out real quick.
Yeah, he was in here.
Real quick. Yeah, appreciate you. All right. Hey, well, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all enjoyed my video. My old video and our reaction to my old video. Hey man, Clay said it was a great production. It might not be in the correct order, but great production.
Yep, the production was great. You sound like you belong on like National Geographic or something,
Hey man.
but your
Hey.
list was a little shaky.
That's all right. We'll come up maybe at the end of this year. We'll combine our thoughts to get his Jedi mind tricks together, and you get your your
I'm back.
mathematics. Hope that joke can add up to the Yoda experience. But
Wow.
Master Yoda. Anyway, anyway, hey man,
Good
I had a
stuff.
lot of fun. Had a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what we're doing pretty soon. Got that draft party coming up. A few things have changed, so we'll let y'all know exactly how we're gonna do that early next week because we're getting close with, but we will let y'all know exactly what we're gonna do. Okay. Other than that, man, y'all got anything to close with? Oh, Daryl. No, I thought I had the name for the teams. Golly.
You got them all. You got them all. The Cardinals, the Giants, the Rangers, the Jets, the Panthers,
And the king.
and the
Kings.
Kings.
The
Yep.
Jets was the last
Sacramento and
one.
Los
That's
Angeles.
right. That's right.
Jets was the
That's right.
last one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All
Pre
right. Anything else,
preseason
man?
preseason record 15-2.
Preseason?
That's
Oh.
well that's the preseason
Predictions.
announcement.
All right.
15-2 for
So
next season.
we're definitely gonna do a
We,
video
we,
for that.
we ain't even seen who we playing, when we playing. 15-2.
Mike,
Yeah.
What
we
that do? What Shannon Sharp be doing? You who blue Falcons 15-2. There we go.
Okay. All right. 15-2.
all right, real quick. Kevin King got re-signed. What y'all think about that?
I take it.
Oh.
It's the same secondary, so let's just make sure we got a pass rush.
So
Yeah.
thank you. Are we gonna draft anybody in the secondary?
Hopefully not.
Not now
All right, so that
Unless you get
seals
him
the
in the
deal.
7th round, right? You just pick up somebody
for
and invite
special
the camp.
teams.
Yeah.
All right. And Flacco got re-signed by the Cleveland Browns. So it's over for Kirk Cousins.
Pittsburgh.
They looking at Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
right? Aaron Rodgers. Are they trying to work something out there?
Man, they've been talking about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is still sitting in the dark somewhere. So at this point in time, nobody knows. But to me, like Kirk should have waived his no trade clause.
Hmm.
We'll see.
He probably could have. He probably
Because
could have been gone already.
we talked about it before we started that uh, if Shadur Sanders drops, which he could, if Shadur Sanders starts dropping There may be some teams like Pittsburgh willing to trade up with us to try to get Shedeur Sanders. So,
I mean, that's fine.
and if that's the case, I mean, then what we do with Kirk? Now I guess you holding on to Kirk till somebody gets hurt. You waiting for a quarterback to get hurt.
Him and Freddie could work on getting the crowd excited with the swag. So I don't care what he do. He gonna pay us this money he owes us if that's gonna be the case. I don't care.
Auntie said Tennessee, and are we
No,
not thinking the Titans going to pick Cam Ward first?
Dan Ward going number one.
So what? Okay, so if they pick him, yeah, Kurt ain't going there. Kurt won't
So,
go there.
because Tennessee, and then Cleveland got Joe Flacco. The Giants got make way T-shirts in the make.
Do it. Let's do it.
The Giants got Russell Wilson, right? Who else need a quarterback? Pittsburgh. The Jets picked up
That's
old
it.
boy from Harrison High School.
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I'm okay with Shedeur dropping because I don't mind him sitting there for a year. Like, if Vegas can end up doing the same thing we did, which is drafting the QB early, letting them sit, even though we know they need more help.
What up, Chuck?
What's happening, Chuck?
So
We'll see. He might be a post June 1 cut.
yeah, I'm not cutting him. I ain't cutting him.
You petty? You gonna
You
hold
just
on
gonna
to
be
him?
you just gonna be a 38-year-old trying to be a
There you
starter.
go.
As far as
You're
I'm concerned,
gonna make them hold for the field goals, baby.
Hold-
Get
hold
your butt out there, hold that field goal. Making $100 million holding for the kicker, baby.
not
Number
only did
one
he hurt
holder.
me at the beginning of the season with causing us to lose the draft pick, he hurt me at the end. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hurt you for the season.
When the last time you think Kirk Cousins held? Y'all better get Matt Bosher out there. Oh man.
All right, let's get on out of here. Hey, we appreciate everybody joining us. We finna get
Sir.
out of here. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be blessed. Darryl.
Stay there.